Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing my channel for the first time, welcome. I am Queen. So today we're going to learn how to cut and sew this pinafore top. If it's something you're interested in, please keep watching. For this pinafore top, I'm going to be making use of an Ankara fabric, that is an African print fabric. So this is the African print I'll be making use of. So you need your African print fabric at least 1 yard. So depending on the length you're working on, and you need your bias tape, a matching bias tape, and you need your ruler, your chalk, and your measuring tape. So let's get started. So go ahead and open up your African print like this. This is what I have. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this into two. So make sure you're turning this on the wrong side. So I'm going to flip this over and fold this into two like this, equal half. So after folding it like this, you're going to fold it again because we'll be cutting the back and the front together. Okay, so I'm going to fold it again. Fold it in a way that at least when you measure this, you're going to get half of your shoulder measurement. Okay, we're going to be making use of our shoulder measurement here. So I'm just going to go ahead and arrange my fabric the way I want it to be. You can go ahead and iron this so that it lays flat. So we have four pieces here. So go ahead and make them equal. Remember we folded into two, then folded again, making it four pieces. So you would want to iron it. If it's not laying flat, just go ahead and iron this so they can lay flat. So like I said before, we're going to be making use of half of our shoulder measurement. So you divide your shoulder measurement by two and place it here. But first, I'm going to mark my starting line here. So I'll go ahead, mark my starting line here. So from this starting line, I'm going to go ahead and mark the length of my top. I want this top to stop close to the knee. So I'm just going to mark the point there, then add 2 inches for my hemming allowance. So you can make use of 1.5, okay? So I'm just going to blend the lines like this. So after doing that, you put half of your shoulder measurement here and mark. So I'm just going to replace my shoulder measurement half all the way. So I'll be certain that I have the equal size or measurement from the top of my fabric to the lower part. So I'm just going to use my ruler to connect these lines. Then I will trim them out. So I will trim off the excesses I have at the lower part of my fabric and the sides. So just go ahead and cut this. After cutting the excesses, I'm going to make sure that my four pieces are equal. So go ahead and put down your neck width. For this top, I'm going to make use of 3.5 inches for my neck width. Then for the front neck depth, I'm going to make use of 5 inches because we need this top to be, the neckline to be wide enough to pass through our heads because we're not going to be adding zipper to this. So I'm also going to come down from the shoulder line for the back neck depth by 1.5 inches. Then for the neck width of the back, 3.5 inches. So this is what we have. Then at the shoulder line, I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. Just come down by 1 inch and then connect it to the neck line. At the shoulder, I'll add 0.5 inch for joining allowance. So we're going to cut the back piece first. Just pay attention to how I cut it. I'm going to cut the back first. Just go ahead and cut this. Cut the shoulder. Then I'm going to separate the back from the front like this. Then go ahead and cut your neck depth for your front. So after doing this is what the front piece look like. You can see. So I'm just going to go ahead and join the shoulders of the front and the back. So this is what the back looks like. You can see that the neck depth is not as deep as that of the front. So I'm just going to place my front right sides facing each other like this. So I'll be joining the shoulder with the 0.5 inch that I gave for the allowance. After joining the shoulders, this is what I have. This is what I have. So you would like to open press the shoulders with your iron so it lays flat. So the next thing we're going to do is to pipe our neckline with our bias. So this is the bias I'll be making use of. So just watch closely. I'm going to be placing this on the right side of my top. I'm going to start from the joining of the shoulder. I'm just going to give some inches away on the bias, then just go ahead and pin round the neck. So at the shoulder there, I'll join the bias to the other bias piece at the shoulder. Just join them together. So I'll cut off the excess I have here. So I'll be stitching down this place here. Then I'll go ahead and stitch round the neck. Then when I'm done, I'll flip it over, then stitch to cover the rough edges of the fabric. After piping the neckline, I went ahead to iron this. So you want to be ironing as you're sewing. It's going to make your work neat. Okay. So after doing this, the next thing we're going to do is to hem the sides. Go ahead and fold the sides. So I'll be making use of 1 inch. So I'll be folding half inch, then I'll fold another half inch, then stitch all the way to the end of the other side. So I'll just do the same thing here. Then I'll repeat the same thing here. I will just make use of half inch, another half inch, so total of 1 inch. So this is what I have. The next one we're going to do now is to hem the top. Okay. I gave 2 inches for my folding allowance at the hemline. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold this 1 inch, then fold another 1 inch to give me the 2 inches allowance. So I will go ahead and stitch this down. I'll repeat the same thing here. I will fold this 1 inch, then I'll fold again another 1 inch, then stitch down. So I went ahead to iron it. So this is what I have. Our pinafore top is almost ready. So I'll just go ahead and cut off the excess thread I have here. Just cut the excess thread. Okay, this is what the front looks like, and this is the back. This is what the inside looks like. So we're going to go ahead and create our straps, and these are my straps, 4 pieces. I went ahead to join the black fabric. Okay, so for these pieces, I have 4 pieces. That is 2 on each side. So I have length of 2.5 inches. I'll use half inch to stitch this. So I'm just going to put this aside and explain with one. So I will stitch here, cover here. Then this other part will be open. So I will stitch the sides like this, stitch it to cover it, so that this place I have about 1.5 inch. So you can make it as wide as you want. So I'll just go ahead and repeat the same thing for this other 3 pieces. So these are the pieces. I'm going to use this to turn this over. Then I'm just going to the pointy edge here, I'm just going to cut them off a little bit. Then I will just turn this inside out. So you can make use of your scissors. What I'm using actually here is the broomstick. Okay, so just go ahead and turn this over. There's actually something you use in that you can use for this. So this is another substitute of it. So I'm just going to push the edges like this. So take note of what I'm doing. So I'll use my pin to bring out this pointy part. So after doing this for the whole form, You want to iron this very flat. Make sure that it's very flat. So I'll repeat the same thing for these other pieces. So this is what I have after ironing. You can see how they are. I have 4 pieces. That is 2 on each side. So I'm just going to bring my top and open it. So watch how I'm going to attach this to the top. So I'm going to measure my half length, that is from my shoulder to my waistline. So I'll measure my shoulder to my waistline. So if you're making a short pinafore top, so just go ahead and measure from your shoulder to your waistline like this. So I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side. I'm going to do this for the front and the back. So just measure your half length here. So I'm going to go in by 1.5 inch like this. The mark it, 1.5 inch, mark it. So do the same thing for the other side. From your shoulder, measure to your half length, mark it down. Repeat the same thing on the other side. Go ahead and mark it. So like I did for the front part, I'm going to come in by 1.5 inch. So this is how you're going to attach your strap. Just watch, just watch closely to how I'm going to attach. You see how I folded this? I'll place it on that line. So I have the center of that strap in between that line. So I'm going to use my chalk to illustrate. I will stitch here, then stitch here. Okay. So let me repeat it again. Let me repeat it again. So I'm going to fold this like this, then place it on that line, half of it like this. See, I'm trying to adjust so that the line will be at the center of the strap, then pin. So again, I'm going to stitch here, then stitch here. So I'll repeat the same thing for this other part. So I'll head over to my sewing machine and stitch down this part like I did for the other part. So when you stitch it down, you also repeat the same thing here. This is what my pinafore top looks like. This is the inside. This is the outside. So I'm just going to go ahead and tie the strap. So if you got value from this video, please like this video, share this video. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. Please subscribe, click on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload new videos. So until next time, bye.